a brand new article came out just 1 day ago, so you probably don't, saw and don't read it yet. But I saw it, and I just wanted to talk to you about that. I don't get paid by muscular development. I don't, nothing, but I'm just interested in the bodybuilding news, and I just want to do things like that. So when I have new information, news, I, want to monitor it for you and just say my opinion, comment on it, summarize it, things like that. If you like it, give it a thumb up and subscribe so I know that you like it. So, Kevin Levrone. Ah man, you could tell that a guy like Kevin Levrone, why he comes back after 13 years. After 13 years. And I don't think that he needs the money because he has some businesses going on. He's an entrepreneur. So, let's say he has financial freedom. Of course, we don't know it for 100%, but I just assume it. He has financial freedom. He has his standing. He is a legend in the bodybuilding sport. But you probably watch Rocky, films like that, movies like that, and the only competition Kevin never won was the Mr. Olympia. And Kevin is not a guy where you say, okay, for him it's very good to, like he did, to win the Arnold Classic and win some pro shows and things like that. But Kevin wasn't like that. Kevin was, a really genetically blessed and really outstanding athlete, not a normal athlete. He is a legend, and he is, a crazy athlete, meaning it positively. And so the only competition he never won was the Olympia. And I think, we all talk about it, that the bodybuilders in the 90s were better, and in the early 2000s were better, the time where Kevin really competed. And now we have some athletes. There are still great athletes. The top 6 is great, but overall, when we look at the older athletes at the competition, the quality may came a little bit back. So Kevin probably thought that, this is the right time. I could make it. My body is ready. I am healthy. My joints are healthy. I'm feeling ready. My gut tells it. And I'm in to win it, baby. He wants to win the Mr. Olympia 2016. He really wants to win it. Not top 10. Not top 6. He wants to win it. That's crazy. He will be, in this article it says he will be 51 when he steps on stage on the Olympia. But I read some things about his biography. I think he will be even 52 years old. So 51, 52 doesn't make much difference. And what he was asked what he's aiming for, and he is just focusing and winning like he always did. He's not training for just compete and that he can say I competed at the Olympia, because he's competed so many times and he got like 4 times second. That for him to just compete at the Olympia, that's not that's nothing special for him. Of course, it's really special to be under the 50 best bodybuilders on the world, but for Kevin, he is an elite athlete. He doesn't want he doesn't want the people say he looks good for his age. He wants to win. He says, I only compete to win. The mission is to win. But of course, he doesn't want to tell which look he will get and which look he will have. Of course, we will all see when the Olympia is up, and of course, Kevin is trying to make it a little secret how he looks. He never showed his upper body a lot of times in the last months, but right after he announced that he will compete at the Olympia, he doesn't He didn't show his body, not legs, not calves, not upper body, only maximum when he was in a tank top sitting in the car, but that's it. So we don't know how he looks right now, and I think we will not know how we will look, like 1 month out, 2 months out. We will only only know how we'll look when he's on that stage, I think. So he says, I'm not standing next to a monstrous Ronnie Coleman or that slab of steel Dorian Yates. Like I said, he says, that's just a different way to say that the quality of the athletes of the 90s and early 2000s came down, and in his opinion, he bet, Ronnie in 2000 and Dorian in 94. Of course, that's, something subjective. But look at him, that was 92 Olympia. I think that it was his first Olympia ever where he really got second or so, I think. So like I said, he is an elite athlete. He doesn't have any injuries. In his early career, he had a pec injury, pec tore, but that didn't fucked up his career like most bodybuilders' career are fucked up when they have a pec tore, touring down their pectorals. But he after that he got 3 times second at Olympia. So he doesn't have any injuries that could, right now, of course, that could, fuck him up in the progress. And at the early of this year, he was, way lighter. Now he's a lot heavier. I think he's 254. He's 254 right now, I think. And of course, Peter McGuff asked what he thinks about Sean Ray's critical views on his return, because Sean Ray had some negativity on it, and I think Kevin and Sean will never be friends, because there are some. Look at Kevin's video about Sean Ray, why they call him the Sting. His backstage experience with Sean Ray, he had his bad, experience with him, so he doesn't give a fuck. He will do it. He has his tunnel vision. He will make it in his year. So he was 212 early in this year, and now, or in June 3rd, he was 254. I think he will get bigger. Maybe he will get to 270, and then he will get down, shred to 250 or so. But I don't know it. Kevin only knows, and Kevin doesn't say how he will look at the Olympia. And we know that he doesn't need that much time to prepare. We all know it. After Olympia, back then in his active career, after Olympia, he didn't train for 6 months or even more. Some say that he only trained, 3 months before the show, got big. Some say 4 months. Some say, 6 months. But that this was the case. Something like that was the case. So Kevin Levrone is not a normal guy. He's a guy that reacts well to supplementing, of course, to training and to nutrition. And when I say supplementing, you all know what I mean. I don't have to explain anymore. So subscribe me. I'm really, that's a really big reason why to watch the Olympia for me. I was really a little unmotivated to watch the Olympia this year, because I thought myself, I will probably not compete and this will be boring again, and I have to get up early in the morning because I live in Germany and I don't have any, not a lot of people who are watching it over there. But with Kevin Levrone, for sure I will watch it. For sure I will watch it. I don't know how it will end. Nobody knows, but for sure I will watch it. It will be very interesting. Stay tuned, guys. Subscribe me, like it, comment, do whatever the fuck you want. Stay tuned. I'm out.